it's scaring people so much where they feel like, let me not speak out against what Trump is doing. Maybe I won't do that press conference. Maybe I won't show up to that ICE detention facility. Maybe I won't do this, right? For fear of someone using the federal government and the full and total power of it to essentially have retribution on you and your family. And then the second thing is actually there being, I guess, consequences to things that you might have done. And this is part of what we're seeing happen across the entire country. And to be honest, this is something Trump said he would do. We all knew it from the beginning. We all knew it during the campaign. He said he would be a dictator on day one. The only thing he lied about is he meant, I want to be a dictator for the entire term. And you just look at the people he looks up to. He looks up to people like Putin. I mean, literally the day after he had that meeting, he's in the Oval Office talking about, I need to get rid of mail-in voting because Putin told me to do it. He's taking notes from dictators. He's taking notes from authoritarian figures. And it's not even about just like Democrat versus Republican here, too. It's about anyone who's against him.
Right.
So even Republicans who are in this party who think, well, as long as I'm a Republican, I'm okay. No, no, no. It's not about being a Republican. It's not about being a Democrat. It's about being pro-Trump and bowing down to a king. And that's what's wrong with it.
James Comey is a Republican. I want to be very clear.
I was just going to point that out. He is a Republican. Yeah.
To your point, though, about the fact that he has been telling us this, you still find people who say, but like, not me. Like, he's not coming after me.
Yeah.
The fact that you have a continuum that begins with some of the people in our society with the least power, like, right, the fact that you have undocumented immigrants who are just showing up for their job outside the Home Depot or at the car wash, or maybe even you're a U.S. citizen, but you speak Spanish and you work a low-wage job. You now have court-sanctioned racial profiling of your and my community. So you go from those folks, society's least powerful, to people like James Comey, who are among society's most powerful, right? People who have held important positions at the top levels of government, people who had enough power, some would argue, to derail a presidential election. So we all exist somewhere along that continuum, from the least powerful to the most powerful. So I don't understand anymore the folks who are saying, well, he's going after them, he's not going after me, because certainly we all exist.
Yeah, I mean, they're completely wrong. And actually, this reminds me of a conversation I just had. We just had Congressional Black Caucus, ALC, Annual Legislative Conference, and it was great. I held a panel on ICE, immigration, and the connection to black communities. It was a really good, important conversation. We had one gentleman who came up to ask a question, and he said, and I'm really glad he asked, that he asked, why should we care about what's going on with ICE if it doesn't impact me directly? And I'm really glad he asked that, because maybe some other people were thinking about it too. And we got to talk about the fact that, well, number one, I've been in many ICE detention facilities. I see a lot of brown people. I see a lot of black people too. I see a lot of Haitian people. I see a lot of black Latinos, such as myself. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. But the second thing is they are using ICE to greatly expand the prison and jail industrial complex in this country. And you might think they're just coming for brown people, although they're coming for black people too. But who do you think they're going to come for next? I mean, this impacts all of us. All of our struggles are connected, which means all of our organizing has to also be connected in this moment. Because you're right. They're going for trans people and immigrants. They're also going for what would we conceive very powerful people as well. It has to do with people who Donald Trump feels like are in his way, or are communities that are an existential threat to what he's trying to push our country to be.
They're coming for your organizing, too, so.
Yep, they're coming.
Literally everything. Look, I think it's just become that, he did say, I'll be a retribution. Donald Trump did forecast a lot of this. A lot of people did not believe him. A lot of folks in the media apparatus tried to translate what he was really trying to say. I think we should just take what the president is saying at face value. I think he means it. But it is not just, oh, I'm just coming after the people that I think did something to me now. It's expanded. Fear is the policy. The intimidation is the point, and the goal is capitulation.
Yeah, I mean, just look at what's going on right now with this shutdown, right? About a week ago, he had his White House leak out this memo that says, oh, well, if we shut down, we're going to go fire a bunch of federal employees, like they're not already firing a bunch of federal employees right now.
Don't make me.
That what they're looking to do is they're trying to push us so they think, well, if we scare Democrats and make them think things will get worse, they won't stand 10 toes down, and they'll go ahead and vote for a budget that is literally meant to continue funding all the things we're seeing going on in this country right now, but literally taking apart our healthcare and destroying healthcare in this country. Now, let's be honest, our healthcare system isn't perfect to begin with. There's a lot we need to do there. But Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are trying to make it even worse, taking away healthcare from 17 million people from the big ugly bill or the big beautiful bill for billionaires. And then they want to continue funding this government that wants to take away health care from even more people. If the Affordable Care Act tax subsidies go away, in my district alone, over 100,000 people are going to see their health premiums go up upwards of 300%.
It's just too expensive.
So let's unpack that to move into that part of the conversation, because Democrats are locked out of the Capitol effectively right now. As you're here in Washington, trying to figure out a solution to the budget crisis that we have. The Republicans have, as we've mentioned around this table, a sort of highbrow view of all of this. They think this is going to be your fault. At the end of the day, they won't get blamed. Okay, so that's the politics. But to Simone and Alicia's point, in the more nano sense of this sort of right on the ground, real people, as you mentioned, are going to lose health care. SNAP programs, as Simone mentioned in the last hour, are going to be limited and probably go away if this thing goes beyond a certain period of time. Talk about that human toll, because I think to the point you'd made before about ICE and how black people don't think that that's going to affect them because I'm not Hispanic, right? That's not the point. You fit the right profile at the right time, they jack you up. The same is true here. What's going to happen with this shutdown will impact everybody. There will be no difference between a black and brown neighborhood in terms of what you're able to receive and the benefits and the services that you need.
Yeah, it won't be a difference between a black and brown neighborhood and even poor white
folks.
communities.
There you go.
People who are on health care right now or the Affordable Care Act right now. This is what it looks like, right? It's going to be people after October 1st. The president keeps trying to make us think we have until the end of the year to focus on the health care fight here. No. October 1st, letters are going to go out to people. And these letters are going to tell people your health care premiums are going up. And many people are going to see that it's doubled. Again, it could go up to 300% of what they currently pay. Now, let's think about that. You already can't pay your rent, or maybe you can't pay your mortgage. You already are trying to put your money together to send your kids to school. You can't afford anything at the grocery store because the prices have gone up so damn much because of the tariffs and everything else. And then now we're gonna tell you your health care is gonna go up and the cost is gonna be doubled. And then at the same time, you have a president who's sitting in the White House saying, "Oh, we can wait till the end of the year to focus on it." That's why we are in Washington right now. We are here to say, look, no one wants a government shutdown. If the government shuts down, the presidency is run by a Republican, the House is run by Republicans, and the Senate is run by Republicans. They run the federal government, so the shutdown is on them. If they want our votes on something, they have to bring us to the table, and we have to stop this just complete targeting of healthcare in this country, which is going to impact working people the most. It's not going to impact people like Donald Trump.
I have to say, obviously we've been talking about this a lot. The October 1st date is very visceral, right? Because it makes it urgent and makes it a thing that is not happening in the future, but happening right now. And I think helps people understand your sense of urgency. The chairman was workshopping an idea with me and Simone a few moments ago, sort of this idea of folks, of Democrats really standing up en masse.
Yeah, I think it's...
The press conference. Why y'all not doing a presser right outside the door?
Presser tomorrow?
No, but you know what? Tonight, tonight you should have been in front of that locked door and saying, "America, we're here to work." They want to blame us, but we're here. We got our pens ready, and we have our negotiation ready for the president. You had the leadership of the Democratic Party today at the White House. And they were there because they forced that meeting. They put the president in the box. They had to address it, right? So I think that there's some real value right now in how, over the next 72 hours or so, Democrats focus the country's attention on what we were just talking about. Folks, this is real. You've seen them decimate the federal government. We're just at September. In my state of Maryland, 15,000 Marylanders lost their job between February and at the end of August. What do you think happens to these people when you expand that out now and you're saying not only do we have a shutdown, but you know what? While the government shut down, we're going to fire your ass. That's what they're
Sorry,
saying.
America, for the curse word.
But this is where we are, right?
Yeah.